Mo, I know you've enjoyed not being allowed to work this week, but you're eyeing the fall and we need help.
Eye in the fall, I'm thinking about next week we're on every day, which has me thinking about late summer, fall when we're on every day, and that has me thinking about the task of finding an intern for the fall. That's right, we are looking for an intern. Now, a couple of things before you start to bang out your resume. Here's what we're looking for. Number one, I do not want somebody who's a loser, okay? If you're a loser, don't apply. We want somebody, you don't necessarily have to be cool because God knows you're not dealing with two cool people here. Lord knows Lindsay's not cool and look at me. But we don't want a loser. I don't necessarily need sports, stat, geek guy or girl. I don't need the guy who's great at Buffalo Wild Wings trivia. I need somebody who can come in here every day, and every day that he's here, or that she's here, offer up topics. What should we be talking about? Good angles on stories, interesting things that we can get to. Somebody who's willing to book guests and is very, very resourceful. I just don't need a loser. I need somebody who lives life and who doesn't take life too seriously. And God knows, please, nobody who takes sports too seriously. I think if you listen to our show, you understand that we don't. Speaking of which, we want somebody who actually listens to the show. Not to satiate my own ego, but we've had interns in the past who show up here, and it turns out they have no idea what the show is about, what the station's about, what we're trying to do, and it takes months for them to figure it out. I want to be able to interview somebody and have them tell me everything about the radio station, everything about the show, and even can bring up a few demons of my past. That's very, very important. Please do your homework. Make sure you know a little bit something about the radio station. We're just looking for somebody who's good. Look, I've had really good interns. I've had really crappy interns. I've had guys who are great interns. I've had guys who are useless interns. I've had girls who are wonderful. Lindsay, prime example. I've had girls who are awful interns. It doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl, but I don't need somebody who's just going to sit there. I don't need somebody who's just going to take up space. God knows we have too many people here who take up space as is. Usually I'm at the top of that list. I don't need somebody who's just going to sit in the room. I need somebody who's going to be engaging, who's going to be active, who's going to give me feedback, who's going to contribute to the radio show. I want somebody with a passion for radio. I want somebody with a passion for new media, and yes, a passion for sports. Enthusiastic about sports, not a sports geek. There's a difference. If you don't know the difference, don't apply. If you do know the difference, send me something. We need somebody who's going to be here every time we ask them. Minimum 3 days a week. The show is from 3 to 6. We need you here from 3 to 6. You can't be calling out every other day. Obviously, there are exceptions. I was a college student too. But we need you here almost every time we ask you. If the station has an event somewhere and we're there, we need you there. We need you here sober. Believe it or not, that's been a problem. I don't need somebody who's been watching World Cup games all day that shows up drunk. I had that problem a couple of years ago. I'm not dealing with that this fall. So we need somebody enthusiastic. We need somebody engaging. We need somebody who's not a loser. We also, and this is mandatory, you must be on Twitter and Facebook. It's not negotiable. It's the way people are communicating in the 21st century, and you're going to be doing that with us. You're going to be working with our Twitter account and our Facebook page and our website. I don't have time to show you how Twitter works. You're best served by getting on Twitter now and learning how it works. So, if you think you can do all those things, if you think you're not a loser, if you think you have a serious passion for radio and 21st century communication and sports, and you know something about our radio show, and you're not going to be drunk, and you're going to be on time, and you're able to get class credit, that's important. You must be able to get class credit. That's a company requirement. I have to follow a few rules that the company tells me to, and that's one of them. Doesn't matter to me where you go to school. Xavier, UC, Dayton, Miami, NKU, Thomas More, Mount St. Joe, Ohio Center for Broadcasting, Cincinnati Bible College. Does not matter to me where you go. I just need somebody who's willing and able to do all those things. If you're that person, here's what I need you to do. Send me your resume. Now, I got to be honest with you. The company mandates that I get a resume from you. I am probably not going to be that impressed by it. God knows you're not going to be impressed by mine. I was 19 years old once. All that I had on my resume was that I waited tables at Beale Street Cafe. Chances are all you're going to have on your resume is that you worked at Panera or something. But they make me to get a resume from you. Now, with the resume, here's the most important part. I need something in writing. Don't write me a book. I'm not going to read it. 100 to 150 words. Why I should consider you, why you're a good fit. Tell me something about the show. Tell me something about the station. Tell me something that you would add to the show. I want somebody who's willingly willing and able to produce the radio show. Step in and be a second producer. No, Lindsay, we're not trying to replace you. We're trying to get somebody who can help you. We need somebody who's a fast learner. We need somebody who's quick on a computer. We need somebody who can run equipment. We need somebody really, 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 really good. If you're somebody really, 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 really good, and you can be here in the late summer and fall, and you can get class credit, and you're not a total clown, and you're not a total loser, and you don't take yourself too seriously, and you'll let me occasionally humiliate you, and you'll let me put you on camera, and you'll let me put you on the microphone, send me the resume. My email address, mo@espn1530.com. That email address, again, mo@espn1530.com. Again, I stress, please, no losers. Please, God, don't send me a resume if you're a loser, okay? Don't send me a resume if you're going to come in here hungover from the frat party the night before. Don't come in here if all you're going to do is talk about your frat party from the night before. I don't care. I need you to help produce the radio show. And if you're the guy or girl we choose, we're going to have a lot of fun. Again, the email is mo@espn1530.com, and I look forward to working with you this fall.